Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in the Art Worker tutorial series. Today we're going to be taking a deeper dive into the job boards in Art Worker to see how we can sort jobs, filter jobs out, some of the ways that we can display that information, and some of the newer features that are going to now be available to us. So I've already navigated to the Art Worker website. I've gone ahead and I've logged into my account. From the dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and click on Jobs in the upper left hand corner. So here you can see a Kanban style job board that has everything sorted by columns. You can see here we have our awaiting artwork column over here. This column is for jobs that are currently awaiting review, anything that has artwork that's been rejected, jobs that are currently waiting for proof, ones that have been approved, and then ultimately on the far right hand side we have jobs that have been completed. So as you can see, each job is basically kind of has its own little container. In there we have a job name, a tag that we can add to it, a specific job number. As you can see here, this is one of the newer features. This is a 3 of 3. So as you can see down here, this one does not have that. This is an indicator that this has multiple items. This is one of the newer features. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Also, we have the customer, the actual company name, the contact name or the customer name, their email contact, when this job was created, and of course down here we have when the job was updated. This allows you to quickly see when jobs have been updated so that you know if, for instance, let's say if you send a proof, maybe your customer is on vacation or maybe they haven't responded back to your email in a timely manner. You can quickly see when those jobs were last updated so you can go ahead and step in, contact them again if it's something that's been pending for several days. These do update in real time also, so if this was something that I created just a few minutes ago, it would actually jump from 7 minutes to 8 minutes, etc. So all of these numbers update in real time as your job board is open. This also gives you a visual indicator of how the jobs are flowing through your shop. This is, in my opinion, the strongest part of Art Worker. It allows you to actually find jobs easily, see jobs as they're moving through the shop, and quickly identify jobs that have issues. For instance, on this job here under the proofing tab, there is this little red X here next to this email. And if I click on this and go into the actual job, you can see here that the email proof was sent, but that it failed. The reason it failed is because I put in a bogus email. But right away, this gives you a visual clue on your job board that something is wrong with this particular job. Now you can go ahead and click in, find out what it is, and then take further actions, whether it be contacting your customer or changing whatever needs to be fixed. So a great visual representation of what's going on with that job. We can also filter jobs here. So in the top left hand corner, I can filter by a contact name or by a company name. Let's say I want to check out any other jobs that are done by this Business Card Central. So I can just put in company name, I can put contains, and I'll just put in business card, and you can see here by putting that in, this automatically sorts out some of the other jobs away from the list, and I'm only left with jobs that contain Business Card Central here. As soon as I click the red X, all my jobs pop back up and my filter has been removed. And I can filter by various different things such as order reference, tags, which I'll talk about in just a moment, job ID, contact, company name, etc., etc. I can also view all of my jobs in a list format. So coming up to the right hand corner here, I can change this, and now all of my jobs are displayed in a list format. Here I can sort all of these columns. I can remove columns if I want to. I click the properties here, and let's say I don't need to see when I sent the last email. I can just uncheck that box and it will remove that column from the sorting list here. Once I click it, it just pops back in. So I can filter jobs that way. I can filter jobs here just in the same way that I did in a Kanban style. I can also filter jobs here by whether the jobs are active, whether the jobs are in certain stages. So let's say I want to look at all jobs that are currently out in the proofing stage. I just click that, and here you can see I only have one particular job that is currently out for proof. If I go back in here, I can also perform, one of the newer features here is to perform a multi-action or a bulk action, feature. So let's say these 3 jobs here, the customer ended up deciding to cancel this order, so I can select all 3 of these. And when I do that, you can see down here 3 jobs have been selected, and now I have a couple different actions that I can apply to this. In this case, I'll just go ahead and click cancel jobs. I'll say yes, and now you'll see here back in the job list, once this finishes here, that those jobs have been canceled. I may need to refresh here. Let's see. Didn't take it. Okay, here. Let me just go ahead and do it again here. Cancel job. Yes. Give it a second. There we go. Okay. So now I've applied a bulk action to those various jobs by selecting them here in the list view. So if I go back to my Kanban style view, one of the newer features that we can use is to add a job tag. So let's go ahead and let's click on this job right here. And you'll notice in here there is a new feature called add tag. So let's say that I want to tag all of my jobs either by a certain priority or by a type. Let's say I want to run all of my brochure work all at one time, so I'm just going to give this a brochure tag. You can see here I've already previously added that tag, but let's go ahead and let's add a brand new tag, and I'll just call this top priority or something like that. Priority. Oops. If I can spell right. So you can see here, no results have been found. I can create a top priority here, and now I have a couple different tags associated with this job. So when I go back to my job list, you can see here these this job has these 2 tags associated with it now. It's great for doing multiple things. You can tag jobs, like I said, by maybe a type or whether it's a high priority or low priority. Maybe you can assign it to certain people. Myself, I work in a pre-press department with a couple other people. I can go ahead and I could assign a job to a particular individual. This would be great if you have somebody who maybe is in a managerial position or supervisor position, and you are responsible for assigning different work out to the various pre-press people that work in the department. So that's one of the benefits. And then from here, I can go ahead and I can filter by a tag. So I can just say tag is, and when when this pops up, it should show some of the different tags that are available to me, or you can simply type that in. I can just click top priority, and when that happens, you'll see all the other jobs disappear, and this is the only current job that has a top priority tag to it. And again, when I click the red X, this disappears, and now I'm back into my job board. One of the other new features is to add multiple items to one job. I talked about it real quick here with this job being a 3 of 3, while the other jobs here don't have that tag. When I go to create a new job, I'm going to give this one a bogus reference here, and I'll call this job name, and I'll just call it business card C. I'll create a new item. I'll say brochure C, and I'll call the last one flyer C. So now I have 3 different types of, or 3 different items associated with this one particular job. So I'll assign this to a customer. Just click this one here, and I'll go to create job. And now, as soon as I create that, it automatically goes ahead and it filters it back in my job board. So I can see here I have these 3 items, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3, that are all associated with each other because they are the same job. You can see here the job number is the same for all 3, 0036, 0036, but they're 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. Even after I go ahead and I make certain edits to these, either I apply artwork or I send it out for proof, if I simply come up here into my sorting and I sort it by a specific job ID, even if they are in different columns, they will all just show up together. So it's a very good way to sort jobs, especially ones that have multiple items associated with each one. I run into this all the time at work. Sometimes I have jobs that have maybe a envelope, and it has a greeting card that goes with it. So instead of creating two separate dockets, one docket has both of those items together. So there's only one job number associated with those jobs, even though there's two separate items within that job. So this is a great way to accomplish that same type of organization. The Kanban style is great. Like I said, I like it. I think it's one of the best features of Artworker as far as organizing all of your jobs. This is especially important for those folks that work in multi-employee environments. The new job tag allows even further customization, like I said, to either assign jobs to certain people, or you can assign higher priorities to jobs based on where those tags are put on each individual job. This gives you great ways to filter out jobs by customer, by the actual company name. One other way to do it here is to go up into your customers in the top right hand corner, and I can click on contacts. I'm going to click this one right here for this printed up. And as soon as I do that, below you'll see all of the jobs that are currently associated with that specific customer. Another great way to sort through and find specific jobs. So if you need to look for a specific job for a specific customer, that's also a great way to get to it. Sometimes I'll get a phone call and somebody will say, I'm calling from such and such company and I'm looking for this particular job. If I don't know where it is on my job board, I can simply come up into the contacts area, click on that person's name, and now I can see all of their jobs. Maybe if there's only one or two here, then I can go ahead and I can click in, get into the actual job, and then make further edits as needed. So another great way of organization that you can find things quickly without having to sort through things, one by one, or look through an entire column of data. Very, very helpful for finding jobs very quickly. So again, we have now the ability to not only see the jobs in the Kanban style, but in the list. We can apply those actions to multiple jobs as well. Pretty soon, Artworker will be rolling out an update where you can apply multiple actions to the jobs in the Kanban style as well. But again, this is a very visual way of representing all of your work. Very easy to find things, very easy to filter things. I like it. I think it's the best feature of this software. If you have any questions, please leave those down in the comment sections below. If you'd like to see anything more about Artworker, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And until the next time, take it easy.